Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. We are here for episode number 18. My name is Christian Dragonetti. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend and Australian PGA professional, Mr. Joel Mitchell. Joel, how you doing?
Miserable. How are you?
I'm quite the same.
I'm actually not miserable. I'm just making that up because, I'm still yapping on about how much I hate winter golf, but it's just because it's cold. That's literally it. That's all I said last week. Is it episode 18?
18 already.
Shit.
Before we go any further, I feel like with the topic of winter, shout out the boys at Halfcaf Golf. Please go and check out halfcafgolf.com.au, proud supporters of the show. I feel like they should start bringing out some winter gear.
Oh, I thought you were going to lead into that they have.
No. It's been a well spoken about topic for the last little while, and I keep running into the boys at the club, and they keep saying it's coming. And my response is, yeah, so is Christmas.
And you know what else is coming?
Like,
It's coming.
I'm getting impatient now.
Yeah, for you guys listening, I haven't even met them yet.
Yeah, well, there
I
you
haven't
go.
even met them yet, and I'm. You know what else is coming?
A match play. A lot of things happening with Halfcaf Golf, but also, yeah.
Careful,
Careful,
because they are supporters. So hats off to them.
They are great supporters and they're
Hats
great
off to them.
lads. So yeah,
Well, we
shout
got to
out
give
the
them a
boys.
bit of shit because that's a part of it.
It's part of the friendship as well.
Yeah.
Most recent
round.
Yeah, my most recent round, and I think yours is the same, was yesterday.
Yes.
So today is Tuesday, the
Today's
11th
Tuesday,
of June.
Yeah. Our last round was the 10th.
June.
Is it June already?
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Anyway, my most recent round was played at Heidelberg, off the whites. I played off 6 and I had 31 points. Honestly, and I'm going to get into this shortly. I'm going to ask you some questions in a minute. Not good.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
Just
Yuck.
My lower back seized up about 6 holes in, and I went from like hitting half decent golf shots
to just not having it.
Big peely slices,
Yeah,
just because I could not rotate
Not
through
move.
the golf ball.
Yeah. You know what the worst thing is? Cold weather does that too. Cold weather tightens everything up. Like, I swear it is seasonal for me as well because I don't have the best back either. For anyone that does know me or does know of it, I'm actually going to, I don't think I've mentioned this.
No, I don't think you have.
I have scoliosis, quite severe as well.
Yeah.
And I had to wear a brace for like 2.5 years, worst 2.5 years of my life. Anyway, and so it looks like a fucking dollar sign. That's pretty much what it is. I'm lucky hips and shoulders are straight regardless.
Yep.
And yeah, I noticed that the second it gets to like start of May, when it starts getting
you're in
under
trouble.
sort of 16 degrees, it just gets a bit tight. And then it gets harder to do your stretching and do your conditioning, and it almost gets sore if you don't do it properly. And
Yeah.
I blame it on that because there's muscles getting pulled on, muscles getting pushed on by literally because of the curvature of my back. That's literally it. And for those that know me really well, that have you've say it, you know the protrusions, you can see the little the little movements, I guess. Yeah, I get it. I completely get it.
Yeah,
this
so-
time of year sucks for that.
And it's just sort of like, and I tried doing everything like on the golf course to try and remedy it. Like I was trying to stretch, I was trying to get some rotation, and it got to the stage where like I was hitting these big peely cut slices almost with driver especially, and I'm thinking, oh okay, I'll just flip the hands over, try and straighten it out.
Books.
I couldn't even do that.
Really?
I don't know what was going on. Putter went out the window.
Yeah, it just went down.
It just was crap.
Yeah.
Yours?
Mine's funny.
Okay, here we go.
So Sunday night.
Sunday night. Okay.
Yeah. Carlton,
Carlton
Essendon. Da. Just quietly second on the ladder for anyone that hasn't seen the ladder or anything like that. I don't really care who's below us. The other 16 don't matter. Shut up, Joel. Seriously, I'm gonna eat my words one day.
You are.
Already probably
It
have.
won't take you long. You do go for Carlton.
Fuck off. I'm just excited. This is the first time it's happened in my lifetime anyway.
That's true.
That's the first
That's
time
true.
I'm excited. So, right. Anyway, I'm excited. Went to Sporting Globe. Right. Had the first pint. Had the second. Beautiful. Not quarter time yet.
Oh, shit.
Sweet. Okay. Third one's coming in. They're going down just a bit too good.
Oh, no.
Right.
We've all been there.
I'm with both my co-workers, Marcus and Luke. Right?
Yeah.
And we're watching the game. Marcus is Essendon supporter. Right. Anyway, so I'm giving him heaps. Right. Anyway, me and Luke, we're going back and forth. Anyway, it's still about 7 or 8 in.
7 or 8 pints.
It's probably 6 or 7 pints because I had a schooner in there as well.
Shit.
But things starting to go on a bit fuzzy.
Yeah,
Right?
a bit west.
Bit fuzzy, right? And it gets to about 10:30 when the game ends, right? Call the misso. Hey, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Just let me have this one and we're ready to go. Right? She goes, all right, I'll be there in 15. Yeah, see you, love. Right? Anyway.
See you, love.
Uber mytho. See you soon. Right? Anyway. So I'm singing. I'm literally in the middle of Sporting Globe Churnside singing Sweet Caroline with the singers. Like, like this. Right? I'm having the best time. And then I get home, it's about 11:30, right?
I hope this turns into your golf.
Yeah.
round.
This makes
okay.
my golf round even sweeter that this happened, right? And yeah, everyone's played golf a bit hungover and had a semi-large one the night before, right? Co-worker, he stayed at my joint. So Marcus stayed at my joint. And we went home and we had another one, right? And then it gets to like 1:30 and I'm like, it's bedtime. I've hit a wall, right? Then I lay down and I realized, fuck, I got to get up at 5:30. I got to play golf at like 7:45 or whatever, or 8 o'clock or whatever it was.
Shit.
And I've got a 45-minute drive to Rosanna, right? And I'm like, fuck's sake. Anyway, 5:30 rolls around, beep, 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 of the fucking alarm, snooze, right? Hit the last snooze and I roll over, check the time, it's 7:20. And I'm like, fuck, right? I've blitzed up, still a bit dizzy, right? I'm like, this is not good. Because I didn't get to sleep till probably 2:30, right?
Jesus Christ.
And
John.
I'm like dizzy, right? I'm like, shit. Anyway, so I text my boss going, yo, I'm going to be on the minute. Because Luke opened.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the minute here. And I'm like 20 minutes away and it's 7:45. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be rolling onto the tee, not knowing where the club is and just going to have to hit it.
Yeah.
Right? So pull up onto the tee. It's 8:05. 2 minutes left. Both be playing partners stand there going, what the fuck happened to you? Right? I'm just looking at them like this. Like, God, I can't see anything. I'm cold. Right, so I grab driver, biggest club face.
Yeah.
I'm just going to open it up a little bit, trying to hit a cut around the first of Rosanna.
Oh, wow.
Nut it dead straight, right? I'm like, shit. And it literally pulls up about a foot short of the piss.
Oh, thank
anyway,
God.
Make par, returned even, had 5 under on the back, shot a cheeky 66. And I walked off the golf course going, what the fuck was that? Right? And you know what? I'm actually kind of thinking, I'm not going to hit range balls. I'm going to rush to the golf course from now on.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to guess. Because I feel like I've done that a couple times now and shot a low number.
And this leads swiftly into a topic we're going to discuss later, but that's interesting.
Yeah. This will lead to what you spoke about earlier. But yeah, that's my most recent round. The probably because I felt a bit loose and I was actually a bit warm because the heartbeat gets going when you're rushing and you got to get somewhere quick and you're stressing about being late. Heart rate was up. I was kind of warm. So I got going, made a few really good swings early that sort of set the tone a little bit. Greens were running unreal and the putter felt really good. First 9 holes, still trying to find the groove and trying to score probably. And then, found it on the back 9. Oh, I hit a shank though.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, hit a shank.
I did too.
Hit a shank straight into the, sideways at the 11th tee box. So on 10, hit 4 on.
Oh, sick.
Straight at the 11th tee box, into the hazard, made 4. Thanks for coming. Drop, made up and down. Anyway, and then birdied 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 to come in.
12, 13, 14. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
finished real good. But that was my most recent round. And for everyone that goes, oh yeah, I've played golf hungover, and I can't even say I was hungover. It was just still the head was still a bit light. Didn't get enough sleep, and just trying to figure out what the fuck I was.
Yeah.
So that's where that went, and I was stoked I could put a round together.
There you go.
Stoked.
How good.
Yeah, it was really weird.
There you go.
Really weird.
That's unreal.
Yeah, I was
I can't
stoked
get
with it.
I can't get around it.
I was stoked with it.
I can't get around it. Fair enough. Now, I'm in a bit of a way. And I'm super, super struggling at the moment with my golf. And this time last year, you and I had a pretty similar discussion, and I kind of need another one about where my head's at, where the game's at. I need a massive reset.
Oh, was this our shot isolation?
Yeah,
discussion?
that chat. I kind of need that because I'm looking. I've got my handicap page up here, and my last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds have been okay. 31, 31, 27, 36, 32.
Okay.
So the outlier's there. But the issue comes where I'm just sort of in a rut with everything. Like driver's still an issue. My irons are becoming an issue. Short game. Like fair enough, it's not been the greatest, and putting's just like fucking up, down. Like I can't. There's no consistency.
My number one. Well, answer because I fucking know the answer already. My number one question for you: do you think you practice enough?
No. And that's the thing.
That's the biggest outlier. That's like, yeah, you want to play your best golf, and your good golf is mid to like can be low singles.
Yes.
Your best golf can be low singles. I've seen it before. I have. Your worst golf is, that low to mid 80s.
Yeah.
That's your worst golf.
Yeah.
You're not shooting any more than that. That's just you may as well play left-handed. But your standard is anywhere from 76 to 82. I feel like that's where you're sort of trending right now.
Yeah.
That's sort of that 6-shot differ. But at this time of year, especially, like you're only playing Saturdays, aren't you?
Correct. I am getting out there, like trying to get out there at least another once a week.
Yeah.
It's been hard. Life's gotten in the way recently. And, we've had a public holiday and some RDOs and it's all kind of linked up. So I've actually played, like I played yesterday, played Saturday before that. And then I played Tuesday before that, Saturday before that. So I've played like 4 rounds of golf in a week just by chance. I'm probably going to go out with Michael on Thursday, just do a bit of chipping and putting probably and maybe hit a bucket of balls on the range just to kill some time. But I'm I'm in that same headspace that I was last time we had that chat because I'm starting to ask questions of, well, do I just take a week off? Do I take 2 weeks off? No. Do I go get fit for T300s because I need all the help I can get? Do I go get a lesson? Do I watch docos? Do I watch lessons on YouTube? Like I bought, this is kind of off topic a little bit, but I bought Dan Greaves' book.
Yeah.
You know Dan Grieve? No. In the UK, short game coach in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
3 releases.
Yeah.
I bought his book because our mate Mitch has got it.
He's very good, actually.
He's very good.
He's very, very good.
My mate Mitch bought his book and his short game's really improved in the short time that since he's had it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna have a go, see what it's like. And I'm just kind of in that never-ending cycle of, like I said, do I take a week off? Do I buy new sticks? Do I get lessons? Do I go practice more? And the answer is obviously go practice more, right? But I don't know. And I think you and I probably, the next time we have a hit, you'll see a little bit of it. We're scheduled to play next Wednesday. All goes to plan at the time of recording. But like, that's where I'm at the moment. And I feel like we've discussed it. It's coming into winter. People are going to experience this sort of rut. Yeah. I'm going through it firsthand. It's just, and the big thing is it's so hard for me to try and draw back on previous experiences of this, like going back to last year where it was like, okay, shot isolation, finish the golf swing, isolate every golf shot, do this, do that. You're out on the golf course having a nightmare. It's hard for me and a lot of amateur golfers, I'm imagining, to go, stop.
Well, that's that mental training. That's so hard to do. So do you want to know what I think?
Go.
Is that what you're
sort
of leading into?
I'm not asking you for nothing.
Yeah, well, it's you almost answered it yourself.
Yeah.
You almost answered it.
Yeah, I know.
You had to let it out, didn't you?
I've got to let it out. And you know what? We had a discussion last time we played at Heritage when we were where we were trying to record, and I said, forget everybody else. I'm coming to you for lessons from now on.
Yeah.
Mental.
Because you hit like 3 little spinny push cuts, and I'm like, do this, this, and this, and you've roasted like 3 like little tight draws in a row.
Correct. And I think we, in the coming weeks and months, we'll go from those little fixes to big changes.
Yeah, leading into the better weather.
Because I legitimately want you to coach me.
I will. I absolutely will. I know. I honestly know your game better than anyone else. I've probably seen the most golf.
Aside from the boys I play with every week.
Of course. Yeah. But they're going out and playing with you and they're figuring out their own game. Whereas if we're going out to play, I'm watching little bits of you going, okay, he's doing that. That works. Or that doesn't. You know what I mean? And I try and do that within my own feelings as well. I'm like, that didn't work, Joel. Do this. Do something else. Like I'm trying to talk to myself as well. But what do I think? And once again, like I said, you answered it yourself really. Like everyone goes through this stage during winter. It's cold. It's miserable. There's not enough daylight. Life gets in the way. There's not enough time during the day.
Yeah.
There just isn't. So trying to match up the mentality of accepting that.
Yeah.
So you're demanding that good weather summer golf where you're playing Saturday, you're going out on the Monday because you're like, sweet, I got 4 hours of daylight here. I'm going to head down, play 9 holes, hit a bucket, have a putt. And that is so valuable, that sort of stuff. And then you go out on the Thursday, you're like, sweet. So you stand up on Saturday and it's like, oh yeah, I was just here. Beautiful. You know what you're doing. Rather than standing on that first tee on a Saturday going, fuck, I haven't had a hit since last week. What happened last week? What did I do last week? And all of a sudden you're hitting it and you're like, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing.
And that's kind of why I've isolated Thursday as the day of the week, because I play Saturdays. It's a given.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Thursday's as close as I could possibly get.
Yeah.
So that if I go and have a hit and tweak something in the back, I've got a day and a half to recover.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you got
if
that
I go on a
time for it.
Friday night after work and hit a bucket of balls and I tweak something, I'm not playing Saturday.
Yeah, you're not playing. You're going to wake up sore.
Correct.
Yeah,
And it's going to just ruin it. So I go on Thursdays because I feel like it's close enough to remember the feeling. It's also far enough away to recover.
Yeah. So I'm not going to call it advice.
No, it's advice. That's what I want.
Which I talk to myself as well with this. I have to remind myself all the time, and I bet you so do the top players on the planet. You have to go through this acceptance during this time of year that you're not going to get the same golf as you are in January.
No.
You're not going to get the same golf as if you're swinging it at the top speeds you can and hitting the ball as far as you can, because it's just not going to happen. So you got to dial back your mentality and use that sort of accepting nature within the winter golf to then shoot the scores you want. So ball's not going to go as far. The body's cold. The hands are cold. Like I said, ball's not going as far. The condition of a golf course might be softer and not quite what you want. It's not going to be firm. They're not going to be quick. Everything's going to be softer. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be windy. So you got to dial back that mentality of, okay, the actual ball's actually not going to. It's actually just knowledge really of this time of year. That's why, like like I said, I'm no Gandhi. I'm just sort of spitballing sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's just from my experience as well. And that's why, like, even yesterday, I didn't feel great. It was cold. It was early. I didn't get much sleep, but I was still able to dial back and accept the fact that the ball's not going to go as far. I didn't feel that great, but just use your own knowledge to then determine exactly where the ball's going to go and how the ball's going to go.
Did you drastically lower your expectations of your round yesterday?
100%.
So,
100%.
Yesterday, considering the fact that you were out on the piss on the Sunday night before, you barely slept, you got there literally 2 minutes before your tee time,
Yeah, literally,
right?
yeah.
Did you then turn around and go, right, if I get away with 73 here, I'm kind of okay with that?
I just wanted my mentality to be there.
Yeah, okay.
I just tried my best to go, okay, just get through the first couple swings and just find the golf ball. Just like, it was all muscle memory. That's sort of why, like, I nutted my first 8 shots of the day. Like, just nutted it. I almost drove the green on 2.
Yeah.
Right. Just like, it was just muscle memory. Just stand over it and just let the body do it, because my body knows, sort of thing, even if the mind doesn't.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So, and yeah, I did have to dial it back. And yeah, like I said, it's something as simple as just the acceptance that of how your body will move during this time of year. It's not going to move how it is in Jan. It's not going to feel as good. The ball's not going to go as far. So don't try to make it
go that far.
Don't try and make it happen, because it's not going to do it, and then you're going to get frustrated. So that's where that sort of comes in. So I completely get this time of year. It's just, you got to somehow just accept it, and it sucks because you want it so bad.
Yeah. And regular listeners might call back to a couple of weeks ago where I was saying that I was like this far away from really molding together a good game. And I had one. I had 36 points like 4 rounds ago,
Beautiful.
right?
But you can't let these.
And this brings me to my next point, right? I feel like it's all the negatives are compounding on each other, because the game's not great.
Yeah.
The body's not great.
Yeah.
And I've lost 3 flags in a row. So the handicap's gone up.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I've spoke about it last week about like golf maturity and stuff and not worrying about that. I'm really not worried about it. But when you're out on the golf course and you know you're losing a flag and you're playing shit, because whenever I lose a flag, I kind of kick it up a gear. I really want to succeed to replace it, right? And when that when that round doesn't turn out the way I want it to, it almost hurts more.
Yeah.
Because I know that when I check my handicap at 7 o'clock that night, it's going to go up.
Yeah,
I don't care that it goes up.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to check it. I'm still going to be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's still that little shot out of the sky sort of thing.
Correct.
It's, you know what I've actually just sort of thought of then? You got to try and be your best friend out on the golf course.
That's a good way to put it.
Where you just got to hype yourself up somehow. So on Thursday, played Rosanna Thursday, and I've never had a worse start. Not never, but I haven't had this bad of a start, both ball striking and some of the worst breaks I've ever seen. And I don't, like I said, I've said this before on previous podcasts. I don't consider myself an unlucky golfer. I'm not. I tend to get a couple bounce outs, a couple generous lies out of some shit. You know, you get the occasional like plug lie or you sit in a divot or something like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen all the time where I'm like, fuck, I'm the unluckiest prick out here. No, I don't consider myself an unlucky player. But these first 3 holes, so I started on 9, right? Smoked a drive up the middle. I'm in an unrepaired divot. Yeah. So I'm trying to hack like an 8-iron out of it, end up topping it just up the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Spun and then hit a wedge shot in. It pitches 4 feet from the hole, skips up past it, nips the flag and spins off the green. So I'm like, fucking hell, right? And then was sitting in, I wasn't sitting in it, but I was sitting on sort of just a bit of fucking
gunk.
Wasn't even grass. It was sort of just bare sort of stuff, and it was sloppy. Couldn't get a wedge under it. Sort of barely even got it to the green and 2-putted. So it's a 6 on a par 5.
Yeah.
Right? And that's no points for me. I had to give a shot back. Then 10, was lucky to make 3, hit a horrible tee shot, was sitting down in the rough, sort of hacked it out and managed to lip it in the high side, right? Which I'm good. Anyway, 11, nuke a drive. Absolutely nuked it up the left side. I'm like, beautiful. I get up there and at Rosanna, if you go off the fairway in certain spots, you can have little protruding roots, little ones, this much, just protruding out of the ground.
We get quite big ones at Berg.
This is no word of a lie. For people watching, it was this far out of the ground.
Jesus.
This whole root, and I'm sitting under it.
So it's probably sticking half a foot out the ground.
It was sticking that far out of the ground.
Yeah.
Like no word of a lie. This is like if you put your foot up against it, it's about there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it going, like walking up to it, I'm like, what's that? Like you couldn't even tell. This thing, it looked like a dead body. It was fucked. And I'm under it, right? Jeez. So the only thing I could do was hit it back into it and get it to pop out behind me. Then anyway, hit this great little hook shot out, then 2-putted for bogey. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't done much wrong here. And I'm 2 over par through 3. And I'm thinking in my head, I had this exact thought. It's testing me. Universe is just testing me to see if I crack. That's what I had to tell myself.
I've cracked so many times.
I'm like, it's just testing me. And I know it was going to make it worse if I go, I'm the fucking unluckiest prick out here. Like, I can't believe this is fucking happening to me. Fuck this, right? And then crack it. And all of a sudden, it goes from bad to worse.
And that's my biggest problem at the moment is that it's such a fine line between I'm just unlucky and fuck this, I'm going to go home.
Yeah. See,
and as soon as that happens, it's just landslide.
See, I've really grown in patience, which I really want you to get to.
Okay.
Because do you know how during a round, I might hit 8 greens in a row, and 7 out of the 8, I've like hit some amazing putts, and they just for some reason they just don't drop. I don't know how they don't, and I always tell you they got to drop at some stage. They have to, based on stats. They have to drop at some stage, and they will.
Yeah,
that's sort of like you just got to stay in it and just grind it out. And yeah, anyway, I was 2 over through 3. I ended up shooting 3 under, which I was stoked with because, like I said, I just kept my head in it. I'm just like, look, I've copped these bad breaks. It can't happen all day.
No,
it can't, and it won't. It's testing me. Something's looking down at me, going, wonder if he's going to crack. Wonder if he's going to lose his shit. And it felt like a reward.
Yeah, okay.
That you birdie the next 2. Beautiful, beautiful. Back to square. Pisser. And then knock another couple back here and there. Like 1 every 4 holes sort of thing. Just knock 1 back. And all of a sudden, I was rewarded. I felt like I was rewarded by the golf gods. That I was able to stay in it and go, fuck, it's testing me. Nah, you're not going to get me.
Yeah, right.
You're not going to get me. Golf, you're not going to win today. I'm just going to stick to the guns and just fucking do it. Just make it happen. And that little bit of determination is so rewarding. And I really want you to somehow implement that. Really implement it somehow. Just go, you're not going to win. Golf, you're not going to win. Nah, not going to win. Stick to those guns and just make it happen.
I just need to try and remain uber positive.
Yeah.
And just kind of overdo it.
Within reason.
Yeah, within reason.
Within reason.
But like for me, I feel like I need to go to that extra degree of being like, all right, well, it's not going my way just yet.
Yeah.
But all the little things that do happen from here on out, that I like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to just jump on.
Just jump on it. Just
And
go,
just go,
beautiful.
fuck yeah.
Like you hit a poor shot.
I didn't thin that one. Fuck yeah, let's go.
No, but you hit a shit shot that gets a good bounce. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
sick
in a
bounce.
better spot than it could have been.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Or like even if you miss a shot in the right spot, you're
I
like,
feel
beautiful. I can get up and down from here. And then just make it happen. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just make it happen.
And I feel like
It's so hard
the
to do.
language that you use on the golf course makes a massive difference. And what I mean by that is you said it a second ago when you hit a bad shot and it gets a good bounce and you go, it's better than it could have been. Right? Whereas I go, that could have been worse.
But see, on the
And I
flip
think
side,
that those two words, you use better, I use worse, and I kind of resonate a bit more with that than you do. So you might, and that's just the way you think, and that's the way I think as well. Is that I will automatically use the phrase that has the negative word in it,
yeah.
whereas you'll use the phrase that has the positive word in it.
Don't worry, it's not my natural It's not
No,
me
but I'm just saying, like,
naturally.
that was
It's-
your instant response.
you
That was
still-
you know,
it still takes a little bit of mental training and
Correct.
little bit of experience with it as well. But even if you nut a drive up there or you smoke or it's just tracking at the flag, right, and it falls short in the bunker, you can't say, "Oh fuck's sake, how's that short? I thought I had plenty of club." You could say, "Oh well, I hit it good. I hit it well." It's just like tiny things,
Yeah.
tiny things to tell yourself, and all of a sudden you're going up to that next shot and you're positive because you actually hit a good shot. You're just not in the good spot now.
and I think and
It's a massive
that's
mental change that I see all too much out from people from just playing with members. I play for example, playing with yourself, playing with your old man as well. The old man's sometimes take the mentality you do, sort of thing. Oh, I hit that so good. Why is it in such a shit spot? Or
Yeah.
oh my god, I hit that so bad. I got a good bounce, but fuck, I hit it shit. Like no, you just gotta somehow take out the positive of each thing. That therefore you're going into that next shot and you've got something good in your head.
Yeah, okay.
Rather than going over the shot, going, how fucking unlucky am I? Then you nut a shot, or you nut one and you ML the green or something like that, or it's one bounce over the back and you've just hit this perfect shot. It's like,
so you've given me a bit of homework then.
yeah,
So
it's just a tiny
just
little,
to try and-
it's a little mental change because I know your good is really good. Your good golf, you have your good golf in you right now. We could go out and play golf right now and you could shoot even par. You could.
yeah,
Your mental game won't let you though.
no, and I think it's the biggest barrier stopping me.
That's biggest barrier stopping
Because-
everyone.
I get negative, and then I get tense, right? And then the tension,
You get steery.
You get steery,
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I start feeling that hip, and I'm like, "Fuck that!" And then I can't determine whether or not it's the hip that's making me play bad, or the gear that's making me play bad, or the swing that's making me play bad, or my head, whatever it might be.
Yep.
And it just, like I say, it compounds.
Snowballs.
And it gets
Just
worse and
snowballs.
worse.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's like for someone, for people listening, if you think you have a mental game, a good mental game, you probably do.
Okay.
Honestly, if you think you go, yeah, my mental game's pretty good. Like you don't crack the shits. Like you're generally quite upbeat about your golf game, whether you're out there. You probably do. You probably do have a good mentality. It might be just a little swing change. But for the flip side, for someone that does have that good golf game, but a shit mental game, that's probably the biggest barrier.
And I think you're going to find this interesting, or probably weird that I say it. I think that when my mental game is on, it's good.
It is.
I think I think
is.
I have a good mental game. I think it's just under lock and key, and it's really hard to access.
You're a very momentum player.
Oh, big time.
And that's with everyone. I am as well. If I get a taste for one birdie, another 6 are coming the next however long. But whereas if I can't sneak a birdie in, I'm just like, where the fuck is this birdie? Like you get a taste for one, you're off.
Yeah.
Bang, I'm off. Right. And you're the same deal.
Yep.
All it takes is that good hole where you're like, I found it, beautiful. And then you jump on it. You're like, sweet. Whereas if the bad happens early, you ride that. You know what I mean?
It's just
so
at
easy
the moment,
to do.
like you said, you jump on those good things. The gap between where I'm jumping from and where I'm jumping to just feels like
It's
it's
huge.
way too far.
It's huge. And once again, it's the time of year.
Yeah.
You don't have time to practice that.
There's so many things against me at the
There's
moment.
so many factors. And yeah, that's all. Once again, you can't practice it because of the time of year. And 2, life's getting in the way. You've told me a few things recently that I'm like, fucking hell, how are you supposed to get out on the golf course after that?
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, you just got it. Once again, it comes back to what I said earlier. You just got to accept it.
Yeah.
Somehow just accept it, knuckle down, get through it. Like golf isn't your career.
No.
So I kind of don't have a choice. My golf is career, so it's number one priority in a sense. Whereas golf, as much as you want it to be your number one priority, it really sort of can't be. Especially this time of year. You just sort of got to grind through it, get through that life moment shit. And just when you go, when you can breathe and go, all right, cool, let's go. Like still play your Saturdays. That's that's your get out of jail. You have to, like, that's your mental relief sort of thing. Even if you play shit, it's still a mental relief. But
absolutely,
once that weather picks up and you're ready to go, off you go.
And it's got me to the point where, and this transitions nicely into our next subject, and it's got me thinking into whether or not like little superstitions can creep in and change the outcome of my game.
I was actually just thinking this earlier, and I brought this up on the phone to you the other day. I'm like, I really want to bring this up. I really want to talk about what yours actually are.
Okay.
Like specifically what yours are. And you actually mentioned one earlier that I'm like, hang on a sec, is that legit?
It's legit.
Is it legit?
It's legit.
That's sick because I have something very similar.
Yeah.
I have something very similar, and I need to do it in the exact order. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And in an exact order when I get to the golf course.
I'm not that bad where it needs to be a particular. I might be, but I don't recognize it as much. Whereas like if I don't do it, I'm fucked. Like, it's like I just need to do certain things.
Okay.
I don't
Superstitions.
need to,
I like
superstitions,
it.
yes,
I
but
like
not like hardcore where I'm thinking about it. Okay, well, no, I wriggle me left toe and then like scratch me left hip and then scratch up here and then I'm ready to go.
Then you're ready. No.
Nah.
It's not
And if I don't
Nadal.
do that-
It's not Nadal.
It's not Nadal, correct?
No.
It's not Rafael Nadal.
It's not Nadal. But
I've got a couple.
all right, hit me with that first one where like in the morning you're on the way.
In the morning, okay, so
Is it the same order? As in like is it? And you explain for us.
So
Sorry.
for the last, how long's it been? For the last 8 months or so?
It's been longer than that.
No, it's probably been about 8 months.
Where it's become a habit.
Maybe a year where I've done it
Religiously.
almost every week.
Yeah, sick.
Almost every round of golf.
Yeah.
Right? My little, I won't call it a superstition. I'll call it a tradition.
But yeah.
It's more of a tradition
It's
than
a different shin, but
Yeah.
it's
I stop off at my local Macca's and get a sausage muffin and a small latte.
I like it.
And a hash brown, obviously.
And that's your thing.
That's my thing.
That's your thing.
And that's kind of twofold. It's like, okay, I just do it because I need a coffee.
Yeah.
I can't be asked turning the machine on here and I'll just get one on the way. And also, like, I need something to eat on the golf course.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You just have to have that fuel to get you started,
Correct.
and then on the turn you grab something.
because the last thing I'd want to do is be walking down 9 and go, fuck, I'm starving.
Yeah.
And just that little bit of food at the start just gets
Yeah.
me through to the point where I'm like,
All right.
you know.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, I stop off and I get that almost every week. And it got to the point where maybe 6 months ago, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is really not a healthy habit.
Actually, that's not that bad.
It's not terrible.
Come
I
on.
could have a lot worse.
There's a
things,
lot worse to have.
right? But once a week, maybe twice or 3 times a fortnight, whatever it might be, whatever.
There's nothing
Big
wrong with
whoopee,
it. Nothing
right?
wrong with it.
I'm generally a pretty healthy eater outside of that.
Yeah.
Right. But I thought for a little while, I'm like, well, maybe I change it up a little bit and I'll go the healthier route. Right. So what I
know
did was
exactly where this is going.
I went to Coles and I bought some frozen berries and some fruit and, got whatever else. I whacked it all in NutriBullet, blitzed it up and just made myself
protein shake?
No, not a protein shake, like just a proper like fruit smoothie.
They're
like
so good,
big,
though.
and they're so good, right? And like they were delicious and they were great. I did it for 3 weeks, right? 3 Saturdays in a row. I had 27, 27, 28.
Ew. And you're just like, nah.
And I was like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's this, but I also I just didn't feel as good.
But you change up routine.
Changed up my routine.
It's changing up routine.
And I said to the missus, I was like, listen, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go back to getting my normal Macca's order on the way into golf next week. See what happens.
See what happens.
Did it. Had 41 points.
No way. Fuck off. So now it's cemented.
It's cemented. I'm like, I can't.
You
Like,
can't
I
not
have
now.
to. I have to have something of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And it's gotten to the point, Joel, and this is the superstitious part of it, right? I'll get to the drive-through and I'll be looking up at the menu board and I go, oh, that big brekkie burger looks all right. And I'm like, nah.
I'll have 26 points.
Nah, can't do it. Need to have a little sausage McMuffin
And your latte.
and my coffee and I'm golden.
And I'm good.
And yeah, it's probably the biggest superstition I've got.
See, these little things for listeners, for everyone listening, are huge.
Yeah.
Once again, this relates back to bringing that positivity into a golf shot you just hit.
Yep.
Poor shot, good bounce. It's like, oh, beautiful, could have been worse. It brings back to the fact that you're going into your next subject or next shot essentially with something positive in your head. And now, if you've used that superstition to your advantage in the morning, you're going to walk on that first tee going, okay, I did things right this morning.
Yeah, correct.
And you've already standing on that next task at hand. Positive.
I'm starting to think, and I'm starting to unravel a couple of things here. I also have
it's all coming out.
It's all coming out. I have a belief.
Mine are weird as fuck.
Yeah, I know yours are.
Mine are weird.
I have a belief that like if I get into the car, before I even take off, I've got to have something to listen to that isn't music.
Okay.
I like a bit of podcast, bit of talk back, whatever it might be, audio book.
Yeah.
I need to almost know what I'm listening to before I get in the car. Just in the back of my mind. Just go, oh, I've got that podcast to listen to that I downloaded yesterday.
Oh, okay. So you've got to set
I'm going
up.
to listen to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas if I get in the car and I'm like, nah.
Yeah, your head's scrambled. No.
Like,
See, I wouldn't call that a superstition. I think you're just prepared. You're setting up. You're like, okay, I've got my preparation. Cool. Now I feel comfy because I know what I'm going to listen to.
Correct.
That's probably that.
But then, again, spiraling. I also find that if I have, on the odd occasion, if I have a random song stuck in my head, I tend to play pretty well. And I can just keep repeating that song in my head over and over again. If I like the song especially, I can tend to draw on that and play well, right? And I've had some weird ones.
Speaking of songs stuck in your head.
Weird ones.
The song that's been stuck in my head for what's felt like a fucking eternity is Ooh Baby, know what that's worth.
Yeah.
Ooh, heaven is a place. And it's
Had
all
that-
because of
that
that
Brother
fucking meme.
Brother
Ooh, baby. It's all because of that. That has been in my fucking head on a cycle for 8 weeks, I reckon.
Mate, I had that stuck in my head 1 week. I had 37 points. Right? I've had Out of Reach by Gabrielle.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
Stuck in my head.
It's just there.
Just 29, not 20, 34 points. Okay, that's a good round.
That's all right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 30,
You
34
remember
plus
that song
is good.
Ferrari?
Yeah.
Used to make my heart beat
Beat fast
fast.
Ferrari.
39 points.
What the fuck?
Weird. But it's not every week. It's like once every 4 weeks or once every 3 weeks. I'll be like, oh, okay. I just randomly hear a song on the radio. Walking through Coles, it'll be on the speaker, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It's fucked me now.
And then
You
the
play
next day I'm on the golf course, I'm like, used to make my heart beat. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, drain a birdie putt. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's that clearance, bro.
And then I'm
It's
walking
that
down
clearance.
I'm walking down to my ball after, pull one left into the shit. And I used to make my heart beat.
it's
distraction.
You know who brought? It's not even distraction. It's that on and off method. The on and off
Correct.
theory that. I think I mentioned this. Might have been last week or the week before.
I've mentioned
I'm
it
not sure.
about you plenty of times.
I'm not sure, but the on and off method that I really like and I take into account. I used to not believe in it. I used to like the tiger mentality. You're always in 100% dialed in, no matter what. Nothing distracting. Nothing. Right? You're just fully in it. And I even learned not long ago that even Tiger had that sort of thing. Him and Stevie Williams would be walking up talking about what burger he had the week before. They're talking about fucking basketball or something like that. And I'm like, what? Really? But I played with Nick O'Hearn up at Tokemore, and he said it even. He said that he has an on and off method. That once that glove goes whoosh, to take it off, he's off, gone. He's forgotten about that shot, and he's not even thinking about the next one. When he gets up, he locks in. Second that glove's on, locked in, bang. Grabs that rangefinder, bang, routine. The second that glove goes on, locked in. Nothing's out of his head. And it's hard because you've got to train for that. It actually takes some time to do that. And it's taken me ages. It's taken me
100%.
ages to the point where we could be talking complete shit, complete and utter dribble on the golf course, right? And I'll step up to the shot and I'll just stop speaking. Because I've got that rangefinder. I've tucked my glove on, I've got the rangefinder, I'm choosing that shot, execute, bang. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, anyway, so he's an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
whatever.
It's sort of like that lock in, switch on, switch off sort of thing. But yeah, that's that song thing I like. I've seen that a lot from you actually. You'll be up ahead and you'll just be flicking through your phone or something, or putting in the scores from the previous hole,
It's gotten to the
Got
point.
me heartbeat fast.
Yeah, legit. It got to the point where, like, at one stage, so I listened to this podcast series called Real Dictators. I'm a bit of a history buff, right? And dictators throughout history are a big, like, it's a big topic for me. It's really interesting stuff. The theme song for this podcast is some of the most epic music I've ever heard in my life. So I will walk down the fairway.
For ours or for this?
No.
For
the
theirs.
Right. Real Dictators podcast that I listen to.
Yeah.
That theme song, I'll show it to you later. It's elite, right? So I'll be walking into a bunker going, dun, 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 and I'll be like, what the fuck is going on? Just listen to an episode about Joseph Stalin in the drive here, and all of a sudden I got the theme song stuck in my head.
Good.
And I'm playing good golf. Weird.
Dude, I think this
My
is
head
going to be
sucks.
a light bulb moment for you.
Okay.
I feel like
I hope
this
it
this happened last year where you were so scattered in your brain and you asked me, what do I do? And I was talking you through it, that shot isolation, bro. And I forgot what else. We had steps to it. You wrote
I've got
it
it
down.
on my phone
You've
still.
got it somewhere. Well, there was more to it. And yeah, it really helped. You text me going, fuck, that helped heaps. I just shot 2 over par or whatever you shot.
4.
Oh, 4, whatever it was. And yeah, this is the same thing. You're going to have that light bulb moment. We're going, fuck, these things help.
Yeah.
That change in mentality. It's
hope it
all
does.
mentality.
I hope it does.
It's all it is.
Have you got any superstition?
I absolutely do.
Rattle off a couple quickly and we'll move on.
All right, I'll give it 10 minutes barely.
Okay.
Because we gave yours 5-10. So mine are a bit deeper
Here we fucking
and
go.
religious. Religious. It's gotten to the point in probably only the last 6 months that there's shoes for a certain day. So like I won't wear Saturday shoes on a Tuesday or something like that.
Oh, you're a weirdo.
It's gotten to that point and it's gotten to the point where I don't wear certain golf shirts anymore because I've had a shit experience in them.
I can back that.
Yeah. So there's probably 3 or 4 golf shirts in my wardrobe and one of them I love, but I played like shit in it. Just
can back
happened
that.
to play bad
I
that
can
one
back
day.
that.
And now I'm like, nah, I can't wear it because instantly when I put it on, fuck, I played bad in this last time. You know what I mean?
Would you not like bring it out for like a random hit and giggle
Maybe.
just to try and
Probably.
break that curse?
Probably. Maybe. I might try it.
Because that's what I would do.
I might try it.
If I've played bad in a shirt, like hypothetically, let's say I've played poorly in this shirt.
But see-
I might wear this on Thursday when I'm going to have a chip and a putt.
But see, my superstition is so strong with that, where even if I don't think of it, even if you said get dressed in the dark, right, and then put this on over the top, so I actually have no idea what shirt is underneath. Will know.
No.
The aura will know.
Yeah, right.
It just will. That's how I think anyway. I might shoot fucking 62. I might, but my aura will know somehow. I'll get in a fucking car crash later that day.
Yeah, you're a
Something
weirdo.
will happen. I promise you that. I was really weird. Like I don't believe in like any religion or anything like that, or like I don't believe
But
there's
something.
there is
something's
something
got a grip on you.
There is something's there.
Something's
And
got a grip on you.
Yeah, whether it's the universe or my star sign or some shit, I don't know. Or the planet Neptune, I don't fucking know.
Your missus hasn't got like random crystals hanging around the house, has she?
Fuck, I hope not, eh? I hope she doesn't do any voodoo shit. But yeah, anyway. So it's shoes for a certain day.
Yeah,
Competition golf.
of course.
Competition golf. What else? Even if I'm practicing, right? So during a round of golf, I'll clear this up quickly. During a round of golf, I have to have my ball marker, and I use a tee as a pitch mark bearer,
Oh, okay.
just because it's one single prong.
Yep.
And I always break the other single pronged ones. I always break them. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just use a tee. But I have to have my ball marker and whatever marker I previously, usually the one I previously played well with.
Okay.
And I can't use, so for example, I have Rosanna markers, Heritage markers, and some blank ones. If I'm not playing it neither Heritage or Rosanna, I'll use a blank one.
Okay.
Just something that has like
Whatever.
on it.
Yeah.
Whatever on it. But I have to use a Heritage market at Heritage. Have to use a Rosanna market at Rosanna.
Oh, interesting.
Because the superstition is, okay, Rosanna knows I'm using a Heritage marker, so it's going to make me miss putts. That's, you know what I mean? Right?
You're a psycho.
So a Rosanna, have to have a Rosanna marker and 5 tees.
Yep.
I put 5 tees in the
tees, I know
pocket,
this.
cannot replace them until all 5 are either lost or broken. So I can still have all 5 in my pocket, but if they're broken, cool, I can top up again.
Jesus Christ.
Throw, all the 5 broken ones out they get. Maybe keep one for a par 3 or a long par 3 or something like that, or if I'm hitting 2-1 off the tee. But other than that, I can top up my 5 tees again. Shit like that. And then obviously you have your routines before you hit a shot or something like that you have to do.
Yep.
Like certain way you put your glove on or what order you do it. So I have that as well. I don't actually know what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'd have to do it. And then I'd be able to tell you. I actually don't know what order I do it in.
Your body just
I
takes
know
over.
it's the same.
Yep.
I know it's the same. Same as a putting stroke. I know what order I do shit in. What else? Oh, getting to the golf course. I never get shit on the way. Never get anything on the way.
Okay.
I usually eat something before I leave the house.
Okay.
And I don't have a superstition about that. I'll eat whatever.
Yeah, right.
Whether it's toast or cereal or
Doesn't
whatever
matter.
the fuck. It doesn't matter what I have. I need to eat something. Or I get something there.
Okay.
But I usually go, it's usually pro shop, coffee, putting green, range, putting green, first tee.
Okay.
In that order.
It's a bit like
exactly
that,
in that
yeah.
order. But I'll hit less putts before I go to the first tee than I do when I've gotten there.
Okay.
If I've given myself enough time,
Yeah.
of course. But still, even when I was 2 minutes to my tee time yesterday, still I bolted through. I said hey to Luke in the shop, bolted straight in that clubhouse, said latte, small one. And Ed's like, yep, no worries. Right, bolted out, hit the shot, came back, grabbed the coffee off, I went.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I still had to go pro shop,
Clubhouse.
coffee, and then I didn't have my warm up routine, so it was just once off thing.
Yeah.
where the mentality was clear, but yeah, that's sort of that routine.
Far
But yeah, I
out.
have weird clothes ones. Those clothes ones are really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. But I really like to match up my clothes. I feel
Yeah,
like I
so
dress
do I.
well.
Yeah.
I feel like I do match everything in quite well.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, won't wear certain shirts, certain shoes I can't wear on a different day, sort of thing. So
That's kind of it's almost overkill.
almost.
Almost overkill. And I feel like if I was to say to you now, you can only have one pair of golf shoes, I don't think you could do it.
I could.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fine then. Give me every other pair of golf shoes. Pick one and give them to me.
No,
No, that's
because they don't fit.
I'm not going to wear them. I'm just going to keep them so
Why?
that you can't choose.
Fuck off.
No.
Why?
Why not?
What's that going to achieve?
It breaks your superstitions.
No, I don't want to break it because I'm locked in. Fuck off. Fuck off. But you want to know an even weirder thing?
Okay.
Going to a tournament, that breaks the superstition.
Yeah.
Because I'll match my shoes into my clothes. Oh my God, is that why I've played some tournament shit recently?
He's just had a breakthrough.
Oh no, now I'm sweating.
Okay. Stop. Hey, look at Molly. Oh. Oh, no. He's fucked it.
Fuck.
Now we know what happened at fucking
Q
Q
school state champs. I wore different shoes on the different day.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Day two state champs was Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I wore my Tarlos.
Yeah.
My Wilcox. The white,
I don't know
the
what
white
shoes
ones.
you wear on what day.
They're my Wednesday ones. Oh my God.
He's figured it out, ladies and gents.
It's not it. You look at me like I'm a dickhead. I know that.
You are
and
a
I don't
dickhead.
care. But that's what I believe.
Okay.
I could say religions are stupid.
And let's not.
I'm not gonna. Let's not go into there.
Let's
but I'm just
stop.
saying, for people that think it's weird, it is. But everyone's got their superstitions. So
Everyone's got their thing, and yours is just ultra weird. Okay.
I'm sad now.
I know. Moving on. Questions from the second
Hang
cut.
on. Just before we do that, I've got 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to do this.
I just wanted to do some interactions with everyone, all the viewers. The TikTok is looking awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's doing
really
really
happy
well.
with some of the views. Well, we are since early. It's still early doors,
Still early doors.
and we're 4 months into this.
Yeah, episode 18, like I said.
Yeah, 4 months into this.
Yep.
Still early doors. We're not even halfway through a year yet, which is quick maths. Good job, Joel. And we've got some great following and viewership on TikToks, and the views and listening on YouTube and Spotify are slowly creeping up.
Make sure you do like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload, though.
Oh, absolutely. Put on the notification bell.
It does really mean a lot, and it helps us out very much if
Yeah.
you do like and subscribe. So please do
The
so.
reason why I'm doing this is because I did hear a couple people that I know, especially around the golf club, going, "Oh, if you say you want to hear what people think, why don't you answer it?"
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Not answer it, but just acknowledge it. So that's what I'm going to do now. On our recent one, we had the would you rather. What was the clothes? The clothes.
Would you rather wear shorts and a t-shirt in winter or like jumper and pants in summer.
So the question that I had for Drags, which I think he answered perfectly. We only had one comment, but we had plenty of likes and plenty of views on it. Which was good. One guy said, "Good idea until you actually go out in 10 degrees." Fuck that.
And he's not wrong.
He's absolutely correct.
He's not wrong.
The best time to tee off. This one made me laugh. I saw this earlier. He goes, and how the question was, "What's the best time to tee off?" And one guy, his name's 3Putt, said, "Right after the morning poo, preferably." That's so true. I love that.
So true.
I love that. But
I rate it.
8:30s, 10 o'clocks, 8:30s, 9 o'clocks, like a lot of them around that time. Winning the race. We didn't have any comments on that. I wish people sort of said.
No, that's all right. There was a couple in there that we felt like were, and they're good little bits of content and good little insights as to what we're going to produce here on the podcast. And that's what we look to upload.
I'm really like to see a lot of people, and especially people we don't know. It sort of started with people we just generally know.
Yeah.
That they've sort of showed the support by commenting.
Yep.
And now we're getting a lot of the 99% of the comments and the interactions we get of just listeners.
That's
just
it.
flat out people showing interest. And
That's
it means so much. It means so much.
It means a lot to us. We really do appreciate it, like we said. And keep it coming because we want more. So there's going to be plenty more content coming up in the future. And we want just as much interaction, if not more, moving forward.
The freshen up your golf bag was a good one too.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
A couple of good little snippets in there, but it's exactly what you're going to see on the podcast. You guys know it better than anybody else.
True.
And keep it coming. We really enjoy it. We enjoy your feedback.
Yep.
Now, questions from the second cut.
Do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
I'm usually the dickhead when it comes to these questions.
Yeah.
I usually like having a laugh about some stupid shit.
But you're getting a bit serious today.
No, not serious. It's just a general question because shout out to Marcus, my coworker. He actually asked me the question today.
He owes me a game of PK. Is what he does.
All right, I'm going to leave that to you two. I'm not going to get in the middle of that. Right, anyway.
I'm not going to let it go.
No, I know. Anyway, he asked me this question today, and I'm like, that is a perler question. He goes, podcast. I'm
Okay.
like, great idea. So, if you were to be a tour pro in any 10-year period of your choice, which period are you choosing? So, like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, like whatever. Like it can't be from 1955 to 65. It has to be 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
That sucks because I was literally going to say like
Oh, okay.
90. I was going to say like
I'll retract
97 to 07 or maybe like 94 to 04 when you got guys like Tiger, VJ, Ernie, Fred Couples, and blokes of that generation. That would be the one. But if I had to pick, it would be the 2010s. So the most recent 10-year period. So what's that? 10 to 20?
Yep.
That.
Yeah. Okay. Why is that?
Golfers that we're watching now going through their dominant period.
Okay, so you're just involved in that sort of era, so you understand it more.
Yeah, I understand it a bit more. I haven't watched a lot of older golf. Yeah. So from the 70s and 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
I see clips and docos from the late 90s and early 2000s and stuff, and right when I was a kid. But I know more about the last 10 to 15 years of golf than I do any other period.
Yeah. Yeah, well. Okay.
And it'd be that because I think of players like DJ. I think of players like Tiger. I think of players like Jordan Spieth. Rory, of course. But just imagine playing against Jordan Spieth in 2015. Like when he just
no thanks.
Yeah, no thanks because you kick your ass.
But don't forget this is you being a tour pro.
I know, but even still, I don't have to win.
It's your intention as a tour pro.
I know.
This just shows. It shows the difference.
I just want to be there. I just want to be there. Have a good time.
I just want to be there. But
I just want to be involved.
I just want to be involved. Just happy to be here.
No, that period and just to,
yeah. So Marcus answered this. He said he wanted to be like early doors, like 30s, Sneed sort of era, 30s, 40s.
Oh, because he's hitting it 55 past everyone.
Well, not that, but he goes, I really wanted to get going with the old stuff, see what the old stuff
Oh,
really new, like old St Andrews new, like just like that was the place sort of thing. And like just before the Masters started getting going and
So like 20s and 30s.
20s and 30s, he said.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I'm like, interesting.
That's so interesting.
I was either going to go 70s, 80s ish.
Nicholas.
Because Nicholas, that's when, like,
Nicholas,
apart
Arnie,
from
Trevino.
Sneed and some of the earlier boys, like, yeah, your Arnie, your Gary, your Nicholas, your Palmer, like Trevino's and all those guys in those 60s, 70s, 80s were really where I found technology started coming in. So their promotion.
Yeah, but they've also they're also getting on ships to play overseas.
Yeah, but still, that's when I found golf really started becoming
Mainstream.
A real hit. Apart from your NBAs and your stuff like that, it really started becoming the sport to watch.
Yep,
it's either that or, like you said, either 2000s or 2010s.
Yeah,
just because once again the technology went through the roof again. It's booming still, and yeah.
I don't think golf has gone through a bigger boom than it did from 96 to 2010.
Tiger effect. For people that don't believe in the Tiger effect, you're dumb.
You're dumb. Golf isn't what it is without Tiger.
You're dumb. And don't forget, don't get us wrong. It would have absolutely still kept going up and still getting more and more popular and still would have boomed. But it's almost like your Jordan effect or your Kobe effect or your LeBron effect or something like that. I don't think they have an effect. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know enough about that. But it's those influences that literally influence the game so heavily and strong that it gets more and more people in it, gets more and more people actively watching it and involving themselves in it. So the Tiger effect is real. I don't care
I'm
what
a
you say.
firm believer in the phrase, if Tiger never existed, golf would be 15 years behind where it currently is.
15?
Yeah.
Aw.
Think about it, dude. Like
15 is a long time,
Not only
man.
did he bring the viewers, but he changed the equipment. He changed the course layouts. He changed everything.
I don't think
He changed the way golfers go about it. He was the first bloke to get in the gym.
It'll
be 2024 and blokes will be going, oh, maybe I'll do a Pilates as
I
a
understand
recovery.
that. Yeah, I get you.
Right.
But I feel like it just, like you said,
They
it'll be
haven't been doing it
15 years behind. It's a long time.
I think that's the number.
I don't think it'll be as far advanced as it is. So, for example, making golf courses like longer and people taking a different mentality into the game. However, I don't think it will be as far behind as you think.
We've hit the limit on everything. Like equipment can only go as far as it goes now, right?
I don't think so.
No, hang on.
There's always something that can be done.
Yeah, but in terms of like the regulations and what is allowed, the equipment can't go that much further.
Well, once the regulations are adjusted.
Okay, just hear me out for a second. Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
The point I'm making is I don't think we'd be nearly as close to those regulation caps if Tiger wasn't around.
I don't think they would have advanced as well. Okay, that actually generally puts it in perspective. I don't think it would have advanced as quickly.
That's what I'm literally
15
saying.
years, that's a long time.
It's at least 10. I'll concede 10, but it's a long way.
Okay.
It's a long way.
Okay.
All right. I like that. And I like Raptors' response.
Yeah, I love it.
1920s
That
and
is
30s.
so Raptor. That is
obscure.
so Raptor.
So obscure.
Yeah, it is so Raptor too.
All right. My question for you is, does Australia need a 24/7 golf course?
Huh? Well, like what you see overseas and they have those lights and stuff.
Yep.
Oh.
And if so, what course would you like to realistically be changed into one?
Fuck. Oh, Jesus. I did not.
Because I'm a fucking firm believer in this. Bring them in. Get the towers up. Turn the lights on. I want to tee off at 10:30 at night.
In Fairyland or
Nah.
like make it
I reckon-
legit?
Legit.
Realistically make it legit? Or
I reckon you could do it to 2 or 3 courses down the peninsula like that.
Nah.
And I reckon if Golf Australia were legit, they'd invest some cash into doing at least one golf course.
Oh, man.
At least one. It would not
The
be hard.
sheer scale of cost that would involve.
Just to put light towers in.
Just to put light towers in, but to staff it and to have it running 24/7.
Staffing, it's not that big of an issue because I don't think too much
disagree.
I don't think too much changes in the way a golf club is run now. You just need someone or a couple of people to sit in the pro shop, a couple of people to sit in the clubhouse and cater food, right? And you got to remember, yes, it's going to be open. People aren't going to show.
You want people to show.
I know you want people to show, but in the early stages, it'll kick off like you wouldn't believe, right? But over time, I can't imagine you and I going, hey, it's quarter to 9 p.m., it's just gone dark, fancy around after a full day's work. I can't imagine it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a holiday destination thing. And that's why I said, I reckon you could
make
do
it
this
a resort sort of thing.
a resort sort of thing. And I reckon you could do this down in the peninsula. I reckon the dunes.
It's not good enough weather there. I'd go north.
Okay.
I'd go Gold Coast, Brisbane sort of area.
Okay.
I'd go up there.
Yeah.
I don't. Off the top of my head, what course would you do? There's a few up there.
Just give me one.
You know what? The first one that comes to my head that I feel like would accommodate well because it would blend in with the trees is Southport.
Okay. Rate it.
Is Southport. I haven't played every golf course up there. I've played a lot. But like I wouldn't put it on a golf course that I have a lot of not a lot of respect for. That's the wrong word to use. Like I wouldn't put it on Royal Pines. I wouldn't put it on. I wouldn't put it on Sanctuary Cove.
You don't want to change a historically beautiful golf course.
I wouldn't change a course that I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Put these towers up here.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
You wouldn't do it.
Like
at
you're
Royal
not going to put them down at Sorrento.
Nah.
Or you wouldn't go put them down at Cape Shank.
No.
Like you're like, actually, no, I'd probably put it up Cape Shank.
Cape Shank would be
But
alright.
you wouldn't go to the Nash and go, oh, why is there no light towers here? I want to play this at night. But then during the day, you're like, what the fuck are these light towers doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I think it's time.
If they started one, it'd be up to the organisers and the managers to figure that out because the cost of it, I think, would overrule it. And it's hard enough for a golf club to make money as it is.
I think the earning potential outweighs the cost.
It could start off hot.
Could start off hot. And if it develops a reputation, and if
it was done really well, maybe, because you do see those things overseas. But once again, it comes down to population as well. Those places overseas have literally more than 10 times the population we have here.
I understand.
So I feel like the attendance might not.
But
hit.
I think outside of the States, I think you could argue that aside from maybe Scotland, we're probably the third most sought after golfing country in the world. You could argue.
Oh,
and I think that it's the one thing
in terms of like. Yeah,
quality
you can
golf
talk
courses.
about the quality and the prestigiousness of the sandbelt runs down here.
But I'm also thinking like
in terms of that, yeah, we have not it's not even arguably or maybe it is. We have down here in the sandbelts, we have some of the top golf courses on the planet.
Yeah.
And I can't really talk because I haven't played the golf courses overseas yet. I haven't.
No.
I haven't, so I can't say it's fact or
It's
not.
just going off what others
It's
have
just
said.
yeah, exactly. I'm going off what honestly tour pros. They come over here, play Royal, play Kingston Heath, they play Metro, they play some of the top dogs down here, and they go, these are honestly some of the best golf courses on the planet.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of just going off what they say. So I'm not
I
saying
agree.
it from my heart. I'm saying it from secondhand knowledge, basically. So that's sort of what I'm basing it on. But anyway,
I agree, but I think it's time. I think it's time that we have one somewhere.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
And
I wouldn't know.
The day it comes,
It'd be awesome if it did.
we are going.
But yeah, it'd be cool if it did.
I've
but
seen
I'm a realist.
so many videos and articles about night golf, especially in like
I see a lot of them over
the
in
Middle
Asia.
East.
Yeah, a lot of them over in
Asia.
Asia.
Turkey's got a bunch of them,
Turkey's got heaps I've seen.
right? And
They do look cool.
they look
They
sick.
do look cool. They do look good.
And you'd almost, and that's why I kind of like where you went with the whole resort thing. If it was purpose built, then I think it would survive. If you had a hotel backing onto it and you could stay at the resort, there's two golf courses.
if that
there's
was the
two
whole
golf courses, one's day, one's
If
night.
that was the whole point of the place,
Yeah.
yeah, but I wouldn't change a current
Yeah, okay.
to that. That's
okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't do that.
Fair enough. I think there's a couple of places you could do it.
That you could get away with it,
Yeah.
but still, once again, like I said, I retract my comment saying that's like the one up in Queensland, Southport, but that's sort of the idea,
Yeah.
because that's a real tree line tight sort of golf course. So you could sort of
You could do it with
you could
minimal.
hide them up amongst the canopy of the trees,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But you could do that anyway. Really, there's a lot of golf courses down here that you could do that. But like for example, Q comes to mind in my head that you could do that.
The only thing I worry about that is
light the
that
way.
is neighbors,
Facts.
people who live backing onto the property and
Yeah.
stuff and would complain about.
You'd
the
have to do
lights.
it. You'd have to do it in the own area when it's all fenced off and there's not really surrounding.
Would you-
area.
would you do it-
You do it closer to city. I find because it's already lit up anyway.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'd do.
Interesting. Very
Sort of,
good.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a good place to leave it there, Joel.
Let's
Let's wrap it up. Tidy up. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in again this week, episode 18. We hope you really enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe. What have you got?
Nothing. Oh my God, I can't believe I do this every week.
You do it every week.
I'm sorry.
Is it quick?
Yeah, actually.
Go.
You know how last week I said that we're gonna put up a TikTok. We didn't end up doing that, but it's fine, about what wind does to your spin and the ball.
Downwind, yeah.
I'm not gonna say it was a trick question, but it kind of was.
Yeah.
The wind doesn't actually do anything to spin rates.
Cool.
It doesn't touch the spin rates. It actually just reduces or increases ball speed. So it's a complete illusion.
Oh,
so I know that was anticlimactic for anyone that has just listened to this and then like immediately after the last week's episode.
If someone goes, oh, I hit that spinny and it was into the wind, so it got even more spinny.
Yeah. No, it doesn't increase spin rate. It seems like it does because the ball has slowed down.
Yeah.
That's what that does. That's why when it says the term, when it's breezy, swing it easy, it's because it lowers that spin rate.
Okay.
That's the term, because the harder you swing, the increase in friction, the more spin. So if you're hitting into that wind, it's actually going to go shorter.
Cool.
So anyway, that's where it is. So it was sort of like a trick question, but that's your answer, and that's a bit of advice.
Cool. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to this week's episode and watching on the YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Drop us a follow on Spotify. Leave us a review wherever you can. Check out our Instagram and TikToks, of course. And if you see us out and about, be sure to say g'day.
Yep.
And ask us how shit we're playing it.
Give us a second cut question, maybe.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
Tell your mates. Hit them
The more second cut questions we get, the better.
Yep. And funnier.
And funnier. Absolutely.
Hit them well.
Absolutely. Hit them well. We will see you next week. Cheers.